Seduction doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It doesn't crash in like a thunderstorm splitting the sky. Instead, it's a quiet murmur in the dark. It's a fleeting glance that lingers just a moment too long. A touch that seems both accidental and deliberate all at once. But here's something to consider. Would you even recognize if a woman was trying to seduce you? Or would you dismiss it, assuming it was all in your imagination? Seduction is an art as ancient as time itself, and women have refined it to a level that often escapes a man's notice. According to researchers who study body language, over 90% of human communication is nonverbal. That means seduction isn't conveyed through words, but in the unspoken moments between them. So, if a woman is weaving a web around you, she won't come right out and say it. She'll make you feel it. If you've ever had that unsettling feeling that a woman is toying with you, yet you can't quite pinpoint how, it's time to start paying attention. Here are 8 unmistakable signs that she's trying to seduce you. Sign 1. The eyes that linger. A woman's eyes are often the first clue to her intentions. If she's trying to seduce you, her gaze won't be fleeting or casual. It will hold steady, locking onto yours with an intensity that feels almost magnetic. There's something primal about the way attraction is communicated through eye contact. Psychologists studying human attraction have found that prolonged eye contact triggers the release of phenylethylamine, PEA, a chemical associated with feelings of infatuation. Ever experienced an inexplicable pull towards someone after they held your gaze just a little too long? That's the effect of lingering eyes at work. But here's where things get interesting. There's a subtle yet crucial difference between simple eye contact and seductive eye contact. Casual eye contact happens in passing. She looks at you, then looks away. Nothing more, nothing less. Seductive eye contact, on the other hand, is deliberate. She doesn't just look at you. She holds your gaze a second longer than necessary. And when she finally looks away, she does it slowly, almost as if she's savoring the moment. Then comes the ultimate test. Does she keep catching your eye from across the room? A woman trying to seduce you will create an invisible connection through her gaze, making it feel like everything else fades into the background. And if she pairs it with a subtle, knowing smile, one that hints at something unspoken, you can be sure the game has officially begun. Sign 2. Her touch feels accidental, but it never really is. A fleeting brush of her fingers, a pat on your shoulder that lingers just a little too long, or the gentle press of her knee against yours under the table. These are no coincidences. Seduction is all about the details, and touch has been one of the most powerful tools of attraction since the beginning of time. Women instinctively understand this. If she's trying to seduce you, she won't rely solely on words. She'll let her body do the talking. Here's where most men go wrong. They assume these touches are meaningless, random occurrences. But let me ask you, how often do you accidentally touch someone you have no interest in? Exactly. A woman intent on seduction will use touch strategically, creating an undercurrent of tension. This isn't just psychological, it's biological. Physical touch releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It deepens connection, lowers your defenses, and makes you crave more of her presence, without even realizing why. The secret lies in the pattern. If these accidental touches happen repeatedly, they're anything but accidents. If she touches you noticeably more than she touches others in the room, it's intentional. A playful nudge, adjusting your collar, brushing lint off your shirt, these small gestures are tests. She's gauging your reaction, reading your response. So, the next time she accidentally touches you, don't dismiss it. Ask yourself, is she creating the tension, or are you just ignoring it? Sign 3. Her voice softens and slows down. Most people assume seduction is all about appearance, but they overlook one of the most powerful tools, a woman's voice. When she's trying to seduce you, the way she speaks will subtly shift. If you pay close attention, you'll notice it. Her tone becomes gentler, almost intimate. Her words flow at a slower, more deliberate pace, as if she's savoring every syllable. Her voice even drops in pitch, making it sound softer, smoother, more sensual. But why does this happen? The answer lies in science. Studies show that women instinctively lower their voices when speaking to someone they're attracted to. A deeper, slower voice is universally perceived as more alluring, effortlessly drawing the listener in. Think about it. Have you ever heard a woman's voice change when she's talking to someone she's interested in? That's because seductive speech isn't just about the words, it's about setting a tone, creating an atmosphere. But here's where it gets even more interesting. She won't just change her voice, she'll adapt it to match yours. This is called vocal mirroring, a subconscious behavior people display when they feel a connection with someone. So, if her voice sounds different when she's around you, smoother, warmer, slower, it's not by chance. She's drawing you into her rhythm. And if she lowers her voice to a near whisper, making you lean in closer just to catch her words, congratulations, you're officially inside her game. Sign 4. She plays with her lips and hair. A woman's lips and hair are two of the most powerful tools of seduction, and trust me, she knows exactly how to use them. If she's trying to seduce you, pay close attention to the little things she does when you're around. Some signs are so subtle they barely register, but your subconscious picks them up anyway. Lip biting or touching. This isn't random, it's a subconscious way of drawing your attention to her mouth, one of the most sensual parts of the body. Slowly licking her lips. Not in an exaggerated way, but just enough for you to notice. Playing with her hair. Twisting a strand around her finger, running her fingers through it, or flipping it over her shoulder to expose her neck. These are all classic preening behaviors. Women instinctively do these things when they want to appear more attractive to someone they're interested in. Psychologists say that when a woman is trying to attract someone, she unconsciously enhances her most feminine features. And what stands out more than soft lips and flowing hair? Here's a little secret: if she applies lip balm or lipstick right in front of you, she's not just freshening up. She's testing you, watching for your reaction. Because seduction isn't just about attraction, it's about tension. And she wants to know if you're paying attention. Sign 5, she creates intimate distance. Seduction isn't just about words, it's about how close someone gets when they say them. There's a silent language in proximity, a way people communicate attraction without speaking a single word. When a woman is trying to seduce you, she'll begin to close the space between you. But she won't do it abruptly, it will feel natural, almost hypnotic. Now, think about this. When a stranger invades your personal space, your first instinct is to step back. But when an attractive woman slowly reduces the distance, inch by inch, you don't pull away. You lean in. That's because proximity creates intimacy. Psychologists say that for casual interactions, most people maintain about 18 inches of personal space. But when attraction is involved, that distance shrinks dramatically. If a woman is trying to seduce you, she'll subtly break that barrier. She'll stand closer than necessary, making it so that even the slightest movement leads to physical contact. She'll lean in when she speaks, bringing her lips closer to yours than needed. She'll position herself in ways that naturally cause your arms, legs, or shoulders to brush against each other. And here's the key: she's testing your response. She's watching to see if you move away. If you don't, that's her green light to take things further. So the next time a woman enters your space and lingers, don't ignore it. Ask yourself, would she be standing this close to just anyone? If the answer is no, then congratulations, she's already drawing you in. Sign 6, she uses compliments as a seduction tool. Compliments are easy to dismiss. Anyone can casually say, "You have a nice smile," or "I like your shirt," but when a woman is intentionally drawing you in, her compliments carry a different weight. They go beyond surface-level observations, they feel more personal, more intimate. She doesn't just tell you that you look good, she makes it about how she perceives you. Instead of a simple "you smell nice," she'll say, "I love the way you smell." Rather than just noting, "You have nice arms," she'll make it more physical, saying, "I love how strong your arms feel." And instead of just calling you funny, she'll say, "I love the way you make me laugh." Do you notice the shift? Her words aren't just compliments, they're designed to create a connection. She's subtly linking her emotions to you, making her attraction feel deeply personal. But it doesn't stop there. She'll notice and appreciate things most women might overlook: the way you carry yourself, the tone of your voice when you say her name, or even the way your mind works. When a woman is truly in the process of seduction, she makes you feel like you stand apart from the rest. And once she succeeds in making you feel that unique connection, she knows she has you. Sign 7, she tests you with playful resistance. This is where seduction takes on a psychological edge. Attraction isn't always a straightforward path, it thrives on tension, on a delicate balance of push and pull. A woman who's actively seducing you won't hand herself over too easily. Instead, she'll create moments of playful resistance, teasing you just enough to spark your desire to chase her. She might act indifferent to your charm, watching closely to see how you react. She could flirt intensely, but the moment you lean in, she pulls away with a knowing smirk. She might playfully say, "I don't trust guys like you," yet her body language tells an entirely different story. This technique is known as the push-pull effect, a powerful seduction strategy that keeps men captivated. And here's why it works. People naturally place a higher value on things they have to earn. When something is handed over without effort, it's easily overlooked. But when it feels just out of reach, it becomes nearly impossible to resist. A seductive woman instinctively understands this. She won't introduce doubt to reject you, she does it to make you crave her even more. The key to navigating this game is confidence. If you react with insecurity, she'll quickly sense you're not the kind of man she wants to lure in. But if you match her energy, teasing her back and playing along, she'll take things even further. And once the game begins, there's no turning back. This is one of the clearest signals that a woman is deliberately seducing you. The final stage of seduction. When a woman is drawn to you, she starts imagining what it would be like to be with you. But instead of saying it outright, she plants subtle what-if scenarios in your mind. What if we were stranded on an island together? Who do you think would survive? What if we had met years ago? Do you think we would have been trouble? What if we had to share a hotel room? Would you trust me? These aren't just random questions. They serve a purpose, to make you think about her in a new way. And here's the truth, if she's bringing up these playful hypotheticals, she's already imagined them herself. Now, she's just waiting to see if you'll pick up on it. This is the final stage of seduction. At this point, she's no longer just flirting, she's drawing you into her world. She's making you think about her, about yourself, about what it would be like to be together. And once that thought enters your mind, it's nearly impossible to shake. Seduction isn't about chance, it's about awareness. Women don't seduce by accident. Every lingering touch, every deep gaze, every teasing remark, it's all a calculated move designed to pull you in. The real question isn't whether a woman is seducing you, it's whether you're paying attention. So next time you notice these signs, don't dismiss them as coincidences. Because in the world of attraction, nothing happens by accident. And if you want to keep learning the hidden psychology behind attraction and relationships, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You never know what insights you might be missing. Now, tell me, have you ever had a woman do these things to you? Drop a comment below. Let's talk.